Okay. Can you hear me? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Hi, Auntie Omi.
Oh, yes, you can hear me. Awesome. Can you hear me? Okay, so we're going to get this started. So welcome everybody to our Legacy Lower North Island pod talk. Apologize for last week. I was actually not feeling too well and it didn't quite work. I was a hero. Coral, and I've got back pain, but I decided to push it because of the campaign, but it's all good. It was worth it. It was worth the pain. But I'm so happy that you're able to jump on with us tonight. Tonight we have got the lovely Coral Winiata, all the way from Legacy Lower North Island, that's going to be chatting with us. So before we begin, let me ask you, Coral, I've got some 10 rapid fire questions. Okay. So these are questions that you just answer with the first thing that comes to mind. Okay. So we won't hold that against you. Right. So first thing, starting off, money or happiness? Money or happiness?
Happiness.
Happiness.
Yeah.
Physical strength or mental strength? Which would you prefer?
Mental strength.
Mental strength. Okay. Would you rather be book smarts or street smarts? Ooh, which one?
Street smart.
Street smarts. Yep. Now, what dish do you cook best? If someone had to say, okay, we're going to have lunch tonight, you'll go to the one that you know can't fail.
I like Buddha bowls.
Yes.
Lots of different things, yeah. And then that way people can have what they want, and if they don't want something, they can just leave it. Yeah, I like Buddha bowls.
I must say, you make food look so attractive, like your salads and things. I think it is your Buddha bowls that I'm just like, and I'm not even I'm Fijian, it's all about the deep fried, but you make it look yummy, like your healthy food. It just
might not
looks
taste nice
yummy.
Though,
No, it does. It does actually.
good.
Even, oh my gosh, I know that you just said Buddha bowls, but even, oh my gosh, you made the bomb Snickers cake on Sunday.
Oh, Sunday, yes.
Sunday. So good. Okay. Anyway, so you could actually cook anything. Where did you grow up? Tell us a little bit about your childhood.
I moved around lots with my mum. She was a solo mum. So I was born in Australia, moved to Tauranga, moved to Wainui or Mata in Lower Hutt.
Well, you're a Nui girl. Really?
For a couple of years, yeah, and then moved to Lower Hutt, moved to Kapiti, moved to Otaki. Yeah, so I've been, around the whole North Island though, yeah.
Oh, wow. We won't hold it against you that you came from Australia because you are fully Kiwi now. Finish the sentence. The way to my heart is
through chocolate.
Sweet tooth. chocolate. Yeah. Now, Coral, if Hollywood came knocking at your door and they said, Coral Winiata, we want to do a movie about your life, which actress would you get to play you? And it could be anyone. You get to choose anybody. Who would it be?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I personally would have to toss up between J-Lo and Beyonce. I don't know which one, but nah. Who would you do? You? Who would you? Yeah.
They would be my singers for sure. My actresses. Just trying to think what movies I like.
What's the lady's name that Cookie Lion? Oh, she's cool. She's in that movie. Empire, the series.
Oh,
have you seen her? What's her name?
I don't know.
Oh gosh, I'm bad at names. My sister will know it. Regina, whatever. Anyway, if you know the name, comment on it. But she's pretty good.
No, do you know who I like?
Who?
Is that Viola?
Oh yes, no, she is good.
Coral is Coral. Yeah,
older. Well, it's your movie. You can do. Yeah, no, she is. Yeah, she is awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so she will play you. Now, share with us. When I say shames, what's the most embarrassing moment? What's the first thing that comes into mind?
Shame. Do you know what? It's my daughter, Jaira. So she's 12.
Yeah.
She's deaf and just really straight up. So wherever we go, I'm just like, please don't, please. And she'll just come up with the most random stuff and has no shame. So She asked my friend the other day if she was pregnant. Wasn't pregnant.
Oh, not those ones.
You having a baby? I'm like, sorry. No, but she always does that to me. Or, if someone, she'll just go up. Yeah. So my daughter. Yeah.
Oh, crack up. But what can you do, though? You want them to be honest, though, eh?
Yeah. No, she's not having a baby. Yeah.
Okay, awkward. Okay. What's your guilty pleasure? Probably your chocolate, eh?
That's what I'm still working on with my legacy.
What's your chocolate?
Is my eating. Yeah, I just love my food, especially my sweet food. And my husband's a personal trainer, and it's one of his pet hates with me is what I eat. Yeah, it'll be my food, my sweet tooth, my chocolate, my donuts.
But look at you. Hello. You can afford to have it. Even though
maternity clothes. Trying to get out of my maternity clothes. That's all good.
Funny. Now, last one. What's your favorite pastime? How do you relax? What do you do?
I love tropical holidays.
Oh, yes. You recently came back from Samoa, eh?
Samoa. I loved it so much. I didn't want to come home.
Wow.
I love the sun, beach. Yeah. I love tropical. Yeah.
Oh, nice. And then you came back to this tropical wind. No. Yeah, my family went to Rarotonga and they were not impressed. They came back in the wind and the rain. Yeah, kind of got sick. Okay, well, thank you so much. So Coral, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to thank you for doing the rapid fire questions. That's always good to have because it's good to get to know you even more. Now, where this talk is all about legacy. So what it's about, what it's done for you, and just to give us an opportunity for those that are watching just to get a little glimpse or a snippet of what legacy is about and how it's worked for you. So first thing first, how did you hear about it and why did you join it?
I remember when it was launched in Wellington.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. So a group of us ladies did it with Epi.
Yeah.
And she took us all through it. And so that was the very first legacy down here. And then, I joined with the other ladies to because it was rolling out nationwide. And then what was the second part of that question? Why did we join?
Yeah, why did you join? Like, you just had nothing to do, or you're just like, okay, everyone else is doing it, I'll do it.
No, well, we saw the changes in the men. So Man Up came about first prior to Legacy. And then just seeing the men, how much they've changed, how much it's helped them, having that environment for them to share at. And I think we're just waiting for it to come because, women, I'm like, what about us? So it's like, being with other women. Yeah. And then after the first session, it's like, no, this is definitely something I want to be a part of because you know how beneficial it is for women. Yeah,
that's right. And so you've been at Legacy since it started in Wellington, eh? And you're still in it now?
Still in it now, yeah.
What keeps you in it? Like, why? I mean, this is like what, 6-7 years later?
7 years. Yeah, I think it's been going 7, nearly 8 years now. What keeps me in it? I think it's part of my purpose in life.
Yeah.
And I need it as well for me, not just for other women, but I need to use it for myself. It's all for myself, but then I know how much it benefits other women. So I want to make sure that I can create a group and at least help one other woman. All the time. At least
because you're facilitating now, eh? So before we get to that, like, what's your journey been like right from the beginning? I know that's a bit of a try to memorize or think about it. So you joined, you're waiting for it, it's finally here, you jump on because you can see the changes that have happened and the men around you, and you're part of it. So did you start off as a facilitator or were you in a group?
I was in a group first to see how because you're learning, you're seeing how it's run, what the sessions entail. But then also there was training along the way too, to make sure that you have the tools and the skills to really, be a good facilitator. So the first few rounds I just sat in, made connections with other women. And then we branched out and wanted to help more women. making
So,
sure.
so you're saying the first 2 rounds, a couple of rounds you sat in there.
Mm,
What's it like? Because I know that there is a saying in legacy that what you say in legacy stays in legacy. So without breaching that confidentiality, but could you just let us know, like in your own opinion, what was it like in your group? I mean, like what is it like in a group? Like, is it awkward? I mean, because you're talking about things that are quite personal, eh? Or did you find?
mm.
How did you find it in the group? The
I
group
think
dynamics.
I think we've been waiting, like waiting to have real conversations, not just your usual, how are you? What are you up to? Yeah, good. So it's nice to have somewhere where you can be real, you can open
Yeah.
up, you can pour out, and
Mm,
then know that it is a safe space and that it won't go, outside that room. So I
yeah.
think now you have your friends, but when do you ever get the opportunity to be, talk about different like perversion and jealousy and all these things? You don't really
Yeah.
have those conversations with your friends. So yeah, I think having the real deep conversations, I think the vulnerability
Mm,
helps others be vulnerable too,
yeah.
because you are pouring out, and you are being real, and you value that space. I think, you want to
Yeah.
make sure it's safe and that people can feel heard and
Yeah.
have time to share too. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So, in legacy, so you were saying that there's different, topics and things that you talk about.
Yeah.
Would there be a topic that's like your favorite? When I say favorite, I mean like because that's the one that you're like, oh yeah, that's the one that really resonates with
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Is there a particular topic or nah, all of it?
I like the first and the last session, I think. The
Yes,
introduction,
yeah,
because especially with the new ones, I don't know what it's about or they've never been before.
yeah,
And so I like the first one because we're introducing them to what they're going to be a part of for the next 10 weeks or 2.0 next 10 weeks. And then the last one is just about purpose. And
yeah.
then because we've been through that 10 weeks together, we want to help one more woman. That's always my goal at the end of the 10 weeks. We need to find one more. If there's more than one, then awesome. But even if it's just one more,
Yeah.
because you know how it's benefited you, I know how it's benefited me, we need to find one more.
So when you say find one more to do what?
Find one more lady to come
Yeah.
and join to benefit from
Beautiful.
legacy.
Right, right. Okay, I love that. So with your journey so far, what would be one thing that has really stood out to you in regards to something that you've learned and you've applied it in your life and you've seen the change or the transformation that's happened? It's probably a few things, but what's the big one that you can think of?
Um, Probably two, and they'll go hand in hand.
Yeah.
One would be having an iron woman,
Yes.
and then the next one would be accountability. So I make sure I go because I'm accountable to me changing. I'm accountable to my word when I say I'm going to be committed to these other women. So
Yeah.
accountability is big, but then you're accountable to an iron woman too. So
Right.
no matter what you're going through, you're accountable to somebody.
Yeah.
And it's someone who's there for you 24/7, who you can reach out to so that
Yeah.
you're not alone. Yeah.
I love that.
It's making sure, we have an iron woman each, because some people have never heard of that, or
What is that? So that's the Iron Woman that you're accountable to?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
accountability is what I love about legacy,
Yeah.
because every week, without a doubt, you have to turn up, you have to change, and if you don't change, why aren't you changing? You said you were going to do this last week, you're not.
Yeah.
So accountability is big, and being accountable to one particular person as well is important, and has helped me especially. And another woman, you'll hear testimonies if you do go along, but it helped me because I can reach out if I'm going through something, if I need help. And just making sure I'm not falling off the wagon, or she'll check in on me if I'm not turning up, or if I'm quiet, or always checking in.
There's something that you said that checking in to see if I need help, or if I'm going through things. Is there a time that that you can share that you feel comfortable sharing, that legacy was like, oh my gosh, thank God for my sisters, or my sister, they're my iron woman, because otherwise has there ever been a moment like that, or
there's been a few. 7 years worth, eh?
that's right.
Like sometimes I get fed up with my husband and don't want to be home. Or I'll reach out to her and then she'll be like, no, right, go and talk to him.
Don't forget your vows now.
It's not the end of the world. Sometimes you go through stuff and you do think it's the end of the world, and it's nice to have an outside perspective to be like, hey, rein you in a bit. So like with our marriage, we've had accountability with my Iron Woman and his Iron Man too.
That's good.
Also, probably our biggest one would be when our son passed away, Goshen. Because he's just not prepared for that, and
no, of course not.
Still not. But but I'm just so grateful to have somebody who is there unconditionally 24/7 and who really loves you.
I love that word that you just said, unconditionally, because I mean that's one thing I have noticed about the sisterhood, and you're Iron Woman. I've got a few Iron Women, but that's just what happens. There's just so many amazing women that are connected to legacy from all different walks of life, different backgrounds. And I so agree with you. I love that accountability. I love that they keep me accountable. Like, so for example, I just a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, actually, I had quite a grief was a big thing that I went through. A few, actually quite a lot. Tara. Oh, I love it. I love
it. There she goes. Sit down. You can talk later. Not yet.
Oh, I love it. But that's just how it goes. I mean, like we were just saying before we jumped on, Coral, kids, they just have the greatest time. They'll wait till you're on there. So it's all good. We're all used to that.
Sorry.
Don't apologize. That's so good. So we're just talking about so grief, and there was a moment when there was quite a few close members in my family that had passed away, and it was a real thin line from me being where I was at that moment to slipping into depression, very thin, but it really was the legacy ladies, because I was facilitating, so they expected me to turn up. I'm accountable to them to turn up. I've made the agreement, and so by me turning up and them being able to encourage me to speak life, that so helped me to just put my head above water. So I so hear you. I so hear about that accountability. And just that sisterhood, it really is what you make it. And doesn't matter where you are. We're legacy. You start off with as it being a program, but it becomes a lifestyle. It becomes a family, a sisterhood, which I just love. So if there's ladies out there that and another thing too, I remember someone saying to me, oh, is legacy only, like, do you only become part of legacy if you are were part of a gang or having abuse, domestic violence, or drug addiction? I was like, no, it's for everyone, because one thing with that accountability as well is the loneliness. That's one thing that I'm seeing come up quite a few times. Absolutely. So that sisterhood, coming together is great, where you don't have to you don't have to live up to anyone's expectations. You just have to be you. To be you, And I remember when I first started Legacy, I was like, I was a bit cautious, because I didn't grow up where it was natural to open up and talk about what's going on in your life.
That's right. But it's not normal, and that's what we're trying to normalize, right?
And the thing is, it was so easy. I remember going to my first Legacy thinking, oh, it's all right, I'm just going to watch. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to say pass. But as soon as it came to me, I was like, where are they? Because you just automatically feel, and I know that's a big part to do with our facilitators, our amazing facilitators who make you feel comfortable, make you feel safe, and that they're able to speak. So for the ladies that are out there that have heard about Legacy, they've seen it, they've even reached out and said, oh, where is it? I'm interested, but they haven't made that second step of turning up. What would your advice be to them, to just, they're sitting on the fence there? What would you say to our sisters?
I'd say get along and check it out, because it's worth it. And check it out for yourself. even if it's just commit to that one session, and then you'll be able to decide from there whether it's for you or not. And we can guarantee it is for every woman. But yeah, I would say it's so worth it. And it's something for you, for us as women. And it's so important that we're doing something for us, because it is about making sure we're okay so that we can be okay for our kids, our partners, our community. So yeah, making sure we're really okay. Because it's easy to put on a front. It's easy to say we're all good, but we're not really. So yeah, I'd say it's worth it. Just turn up to the first session, just one session, and check it out for yourself.
So really the hardest part is just turning up. Everything else just falls into space.
And that's it. You have connections straight away after that first session, and it's just all go from there.
I so love that. And you're so right, us as women, we're amazing. So I mean, you don't
know that, right? Yes, so amazing, they really are.
Yes. And I loved how you just said, like, because pretty much that is the truth of it. And I've said this before, and you've just said it again, but in a different way. You can't give what you don't have, eh? And so you're so right. It has to be we have to look after us, because otherwise we can't really be much to our children, to our husbands, to our our partners, to our families. We have to work on us. And one thing I noticed, and why do you think this is, Coral? Because one thing I've noticed is that, why do we as women feel guilty or selfish if we put us first? Have you ever noticed that? Especially mums. Why do we do that?
Why do we do that?
I don't know.
We had this conversation last night. Was it Wednesday night? Was it Wednesday yesterday? No, the night before. About, one of our ladies has just started at the gym, and she's going for the first time. She's been consistent for like maybe 6 weeks, but
awesome.
Yeah, she was the same. Why do we feel bad about putting ourselves first when it's good for us? Yeah. I don't know. I think sometimes it's easier putting other people first, to be honest. It's easier to give and do stuff for everyone else, but it's hard to do it for ourselves. I don't know whether it's discipline, getting up early and going to the gym. It's easy but putting in the time and effort for yourself. I don't know why you do that.
We had this similar conversation as well, and it was like, we couldn't put it down to, this person said this, but it's this unspoken expectation that's put on you. Especially mums. As mums, your children are first. Your husband's first, your family's first, you're last. You don't need, if you're lucky that you get a chance to spend on you. But that's what I love about legacy, because it actually puts the order in the right place and reminds you, actually it starts with you.
That's right.
And that's okay, because otherwise you can't be any good to your children, your husband, your families, or whatever, if you are still hurt, if you're still because we've talked to many women, and it's just amazing the hurt that has been locked down deep within from when they were children, small children, and then it just, as we're going through legacy, it all starts to come out again. And I think that's one thing that we which I love that we do learn at legacy, is that look at your defaults, and a lot of times we do tend to either run away from, flee from it, run away from it, forget it. If I don't think about it, I don't have to deal with it, because you're right, it's too hard, and sometimes we don't have the time or know how to do it, or we fight to hold on to it because it's just become normalized.
That's right.
But I love at legacy, you can safely face it, like you can pull it up and just I need to check the thoughts that have been running living rent free in here, my emotions, all of that, which I just I can't say enough about what legacy does,
But it's good, because then you revisit it, and then other stuff will come up, and then other stuff, and then you remember this, and then this relates to that, now I understand, and then different seasons that you're going through, you're affected differently. So that's why we call it the lifestyle, because life will throw you so many different things, and
you learn from all the different women that are there. It's not just only the facilitator, but it's just like we say, iron sharpens iron. So there's so much gold that you get from these sessions.
And we say that to ladies, you might have it all together, but come along and share that with other people. If you don't think you can take something away, bring your
Yes.
gold and share it with others as well. So everyone
Absolutely.
benefits in one way or another. Yeah.
Yeah. And you leave feeling awesome, eh? You're like, oh,
It's like
I love
free,
it.
yeah. You feel free because you've been
Yeah.
so around. And it's like,
Yeah. I always
yeah.
like to tell the ladies, okay, just think of it as it's your me time. I'm just
Oh,
going
yeah.
away to have coffee with my sisters. I'll be back in an hour. Just
But
my me
it
time.
is. Yeah. Yeah.
Just to sort myself out. Well, that's us. I mean, this is so fast, eh? Just,
Oh,
it's
wait, there
just I
we
could talk.
fast.
I know
That's
I
what
could
we
just
can
keep
do.
talking to you, forever and ever because you're an amazing woman, Coral.
So are you.
And I just love conversating with you. Oh, you conversating. Trying to use a flash word there. But any last words you want to say about legacy before we finish off?
Um, what would I say
Or is
about
it a song or waiata you want to leave us with?
it? I do love singing. No, I won't. I won't. I think, yeah, I think make it a part of your lifestyle, having these real conversations that really benefit you because we weren't created to hold on to all this stuff and to
Yeah.
carry this burden. And I think, yeah, just expectations of the world and comparisons. And yeah, it's just nice to have somewhere to really open up and be free. And for
Yeah.
1 hour a week, yeah, I'd
Yeah.
say get along and make it, yeah, normalize these conversations. And if you can't do it with your family or your friends, then do it in legacy, join the legacy, and yeah, make
Love
that
it.
part of your life. Yeah.
Make that change. Always felt like Michael Jackson then. Make that
I
change.
think we should finish off with that.
Okay, well, ladies, thank you so much again, Coral, for jumping on and speaking with us. If you are interested, if you're in the Lower North Island, where's that? Is that from Palmy all the way down?
Yeah.
Yep. And you're looking for a legacy space, message us. We've got like 16 throughout the Lower North Island. But anywhere throughout New Zealand, there's a legacy group that's near you. If not, there's an online. There's one in Australia. Hello, we've got legacy in Kenya, Africa, and Texas about to start up soon. And there's one in Fiji. Like, there's no excuse. There's no excuse not to be able to connect to a legacy group.
Yeah.
So as Coral said, yeah, let's do it, eh? Thank you. So love to the family.
Well, I will.
And stay off that chocolate, eh? Just take it easy.
Tomorrow. That's fun.
Okay then. See you later.
Bye.
Ka kite. Bye.